Okay, this is where it's going to be really disappointing for you, honey, because that's not actual meat.
Huh? So you say.
The one that goes in the grill. It's not real meat.
So you say.
We have a lot of new subscribers that are watching us now, and they're probably like, what in the world did I click on? What's up, YouTube? Hello, my subs. I love you guys. And for all of our new subscribers, thank you so much and welcome. Welcome to my nutty life. In today's video, you guys are going to be seeing some of my kitchen experiments that I did about 2 days ago. It was pretty gross outside. Hi, honey. It was pretty gross outside, so I was doing some experiments with food. You guys are going to see that, and then you're going to see my Sabbath prep today. So let's get started. We gotta go to the grocery store, honey.
Food.
Seas are very rough today. We had some storms last night that were crazy. Very rough. Very windy. You can see where even the debris came up. Look at all that. I ate all the ramen packets that I had gotten from the kosher market, so I had to buy myself a case of it. Man, these are just so good though. In fact, I think this is what I'm having for breakfast. It's a delicate procedure. First, I add my packet, and then I'm gonna get a little soy sauce. I can open that with one hand. Soy sauce in there. I'll need some sesame oil. Chilies, puts in some sesame seeds, and throw in a nice handful of sprouts. If I sounded funky when I was talking, it's because I had a fork in between my teeth like that. Just so you know. The more you know. Alright, let's put a little dollop of the chili sauce. Good healthy sprinkle of sesame seeds, and in goes my sprout. Now I'm going to mix that all up, and the breakfast is served. Aha! You can't go wrong with pizza or ramen noodles for breakfast. The weather has just been really gross. I need to get out in the garden and do some stuff, but it's still kind of spitting a little bit of rain here and there, and the wind is kind of fierce. So I'm not going to be doing anything outside, even though I really want to. So I decided what we're going to do is we're going to kind of deal with some leftover fruit that I have. I'll show you what I've got. I actually would like to candy these oranges, and I want to peel these apples up and dehydrate them. So I thought we'd go ahead and do that. I'm also working on growing some more sprouts because my mom loves to eat them. So these are just alfalfa seeds, and I've just been putting a little bit of cool water on every day. This is day 4. So as you can see, they sprout really fast. So I'm really just trying to get more frugal with my leftover food. I don't want a bunch of stuff to go to waste. So every week I've been just going through the refrigerator, seeing what kind of different salads and I don't know, different mixes or casseroles or whatever I can make out of what I've got. And I've been staring at this fruit in the bowl for a long time, and it's not getting eaten, and I don't want them to go to waste. So I thought we would slice up these oranges, and I would try to candy them in some sugar syrup. We'll see how that turns out. I've never done this before, but let's give it a shot. And of course, I have you guys here with me. Okay, we've got our pot of water. I'll put that on. First thing that we did was take the stickers off. So what I'm going to do is, once this water gets to boiling, I am going to pop these oranges in, just a hole like this, into the boiling water for a little bit. I want to make sure to get off anything on, the outside rind, and try to soften them up just a little bit, but I still want them firm enough so that I can slice them. Like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing, but we're improvising.
I love you.
Love you. Mwah.
I'll call you later on.
Okay. If I had more than 2 apples, I would be saving all the peels and the rinds and make homemade apple cider vinegar. But I don't. But we'll do that next time. Whenever I have a bunch of apples, we're gonna make homemade apple cider vinegar. Even though I don't know how, but I'll look it up. Okay, I'm gonna be using just my organic sugar cane. I love this kind of sugar because it tastes like molasses. So I'm going to put some sugar in my pan. We're gonna get it hot, get it bubbling, and we don't want to get it to the point where it's got a hard crack to it, like hard candy, or when I'm making lollipops. That's not really what I'm aiming for. So I'm gonna have to be somewhere before the hard crack. And I don't have my thermometer, so I'm really winging this, guys. Let's see what happens. Okay, I've got my drying sheet ready, and I know that there's going to be drippage, so I put some aluminum foil underneath. And I've got some sugar going here. I really don't know how much to use. As I said, I'm kind of winging this, so I'm not measuring anything. But for all of you guys that have watched me cook over the years, you know that I never measure anything. When it turns out, it turns out. So I'm pretty sure these are gonna be okay. And the slices look really pretty. These were all blood oranges, so they're very dark, but I tried to get the slices around the same. Some of them are thinner than others. A couple of the oranges sliced much better than the others did, but I got some pretty nice slices out of it. All right, so when this gets to, it's starting to bubble now. Well, here we go. I need to stir because I don't want this to be caramel. Take my heat down too, actually. Alright, starting to go. Get this, the water got incorporated and now it's starting to burn off a little bit. Alright, start adding. A little bit more than that. I don't think that this is going to work. We'll see. Okay, so I did as many as I could until my sugar was starting to smell like it was getting to the burnt phase, and burnt sugar is disgusting. So if these don't turn out, and they probably won't, because I know that the temperature I didn't have it high enough, and I did not have my sugar to water proportion correct. However, if they don't dry, then what we're just gonna do is put these slices and the rest of the slices in with apple slices. We're gonna just put them in the oven and dehydrate them on 175. Yeah, so that's the plan, because I don't want burnt sugar. Here's a fun fact, actually. One time I was in a small little movie. It wasn't an industrial, I'm trying to think what it was. But the title of the movie was Burnt Sugar, and I played a nun. We will see what happens with these. Come back in a few minutes. We are preheating the oven at 175. My mouth is absolutely watering looking at these oranges, so I actually think I'm gonna taste one. Even though it's liquidy and it's sticky, but this isn't gonna like get candied really, but see how it tastes. Rind is perfect. Oh my gosh. That tastes really good. So they're not candied, but boy, they taste really good. I've already eaten 4 of them. Yeah, they might not make it to the oven, actually. Wow. That is better than candy, guys. Wow. Took me a while to find my cookie sheet, but I did. I lined it with paper. Oop. Excuse me. I aligned it with aluminum foil, and I've got these in here, like I said, at 175, but they are gonna take quite a while. It is the following day, and I am peeling off our dried apples. It took a long time, but it was worth it to not waste them. So I will put these in a bag and have snacks for later. Okay, Terry is taking some stuff over to the island that we're gonna have for tomorrow and Sundays. I've got some corned beef, we've got a can of kraut, a Thousand Island dressing. I've got my Impossible meat, and we've got buns, so we can have some decent sandwiches. I'm gonna move it there.
Meat.
You gonna do the grill?
We're gonna.
Edit.
She's gonna help me play with meat.
Okay, this is where it's gonna be really disappointing for you, honey, because that's not actual meat.
Huh? So you say.
The one that goes in the grill. It's not real meat.
So you say.
We have a lot of new subscribers that are watching us now, and they're probably like, what in the world did I click on? Okay, now we need to start cooking. And my husband is out of the kitchen, which means that I don't have to listen to his sexual innuendos every 5 seconds. I'm glad my husband is very attracted to me, but he is just a bit much sometimes. All right, let's go. The only meat that I have left in my freezer right now is cholent meat. So cholent meat, it's comparable to like beef stew cubes. It's not really cubes, but it's the same thing, same texture. So what we're going to do is I'm going to make a, I guess kind of like mushroom steak out of these cubes, and then we're going to put it over egg noodles. So I got some noodles, so that's going to be our main dish. So what I'm going to do is put this in my cooker. I'll show you the ingredients I put in. I'm going to let it go and do its thing because I'm going to need this cooker for a pot of actual cholent stew. So I'm going to use one of these for dinner tonight, and then this is for my stew for tomorrow. I've got some of the things lined out here. I'm going to make some Brussels sprouts, some green beans. I'm going to cut up my mini cucumbers and make a really nice salad with some dairy-free feta. I got a couple bags of our salad toppers, so I'll have to make a salad for this to go on. Actually, I'm probably going to use our broccoli slaw to put that on. And let's see. I am going to cut up another cucumber so that we can have like a traditional cucumber vinegar salad with some fresh dill. I've got a lot of olives here, and I'm going to be crushing those up into an olive dip so that we can dip our bread. I've got a strip of salmon. I don't know if I'm putting this on the table tonight or if I'm going to save it for Sabbath lunch tomorrow, but either way, we're going to be eating that. And from my Misfits market, I found this artichokes. Yeah, with basil and thyme. So I'm going to be taking these and I'm going to make a macaroni salad and incorporate these. Okay, first things first, I want to go ahead and get our, I'm just going to call it like a mushroom steak, into my cooker. So I've got my cholet meat. I've got some mushroom, like instant soup seasoning, and I've got my onion soup. So I'm going to use one packet. And then I'm probably going to do a couple of really heaping tablespoons full of the mushroom soup. And then in our pot, I am loaded with mushrooms already. I did wash them, even though they don't really look like it. Mix. And yes, I will have to put some water in this, and then we're gonna get that going. Okay, I've got everything in my cooker, so I am going to actually probably run this through 2 or 3 times because I want the meat to be very tender and I want it to be very gravy-like because we're going to be putting it over our noodles. So I'm going to put this on the pressure cooker setting. Press start. Let that go. Next order of business, we're going to do our Brussels sprouts. So what I like to do is clip off the end. Make them easier to eat. So go through and get that done. So while I'm trimming my Brussels sprouts, I'm going to answer a couple of questions because some people are really confused what the living arrangements are between me and my husband. So as many of you guys know, when I left the island, I left. I said that I was never going to live over there again full time, and that is what I meant. So we got a house in Crisfield, which is the mainland, and it's where the county dock is. So when my husband comes in with the boat from Crisfield, the boat comes, from the island, the boat comes right into Crisfield. And then when you want to go to the island, you board the boat in Crisfield. So we're pretty close to the main dock. And in terms of how we, I don't know, how should I say, how we operate is he's over on the island the majority of the time because he is running the boat and taking care of his dad. And I am on this side of things. On the weekends, we come together, for Sabbath, and he's here for a couple nights on the weekend, when weather is okay. If the weather is really gross, if there's a lot of wind and things like that where he needs to stay on the island to be able to, keep up with the boat and his dad and make sure all the electricity's good and the animals are good and everything, then he does that. So, yeah, so I'm over here the majority of the time with just me and my mom. And, I mean, it's working. Do I want him here all the time? Yeah, of course. But right now, there are still things on the island that he's got to do. You know, and he's the only one that runs the business over there. His dad might steer the boat, but Terry runs the business, and everything would absolutely collapse if he wasn't running things. So, I think that in a lot of ways, like being married to a boat captain is no different than being married to a farmer. When you marry a farmer, the farmer is married to the farm. You know, there's certain responsibilities that come with that lifestyle and livelihood. Same thing applies with Terry and the boats and how everything operates over here. So until there's some kind of, you know, change in business, or until there's just a big change with, I don't know, let's say that his dad moves over here. If that's the case, there's no reason for Terry to be on the island, and nor would he be. So, you know, we'll see what happens, but I'm not moving back over there. I will go, you know, for a few days at a time when we are running our Jack and Pickles business, which is seasonal on the island. But I refuse to live over there. What I went through with a clique of people over there was just absolutely disgusting. And since I have moved, a couple of those people that were the ones that caused a lot of turmoil. Not just for me, but for a lot of people. However, I definitely was the main focus. I definitely was their sport. Those people have since left. So when I do go over to the island, I actually have a much better feeling about it. I don't feel like I've got as many bad vibes around me. I guess I'll just put it that way. There's still, you know, a bit of that clique that's left over there. And they're still going to continue to cause problems, not just for me, but everybody else, because that's just what they do. Because they're the type of people that they're not living unless they're creating chaos for somebody else. And then picking on people to try to get a reaction. And then when they want a reaction so that they can go try to sue somebody. They want to sue somebody because that person had a reaction to, you know, all of their nonsense. And I'm just not falling into that. It's total BS. I don't understand why original islanders haven't done anything about the situation over there. You know, I'm not the only one that was picked on, but I am the one that was the loudest about it. Like, I won't take it. I won't tolerate it. I was very, very tolerant for a very long time, and mainly because you know, I was put in a position where I wasn't allowed to say anything. I wasn't allowed to defend myself. And well, I did it my own way. And while some of those people are still stuck there in their misery, I don't have to be stuck there. So I moved here. So if you are new to my channel, here's a little bit of the lowdown. And this is why my husband and I have, I guess, 2 different houses for the most part. I kind of look at it like he goes to work, you know. He's working over there. That's how I view it. But I do hope that the portion of the work changes, or that my husband definitely takes the rein on things and says, no, I'm not doing X, Y, and Z anymore. I'm going to be doing it my own way. Until that happens, this is it, you know. Okay. Now that we've talked, I got all my Brussels sprouts trimmed up, and now I'm gonna drizzle with some olive oil, a little bit of kosher salt, and put these in the oven at 350. Okay, my elbows are done, so get these strained. Now, I don't have a big strainer, so I guess I should get one, but this works. Okay, this just went off, so I am going to get it going again. Put it back on a pressure cook and let it run through some more. Alright, now that we've got our elbows, I'm going to go ahead and get started assembling my salad. This smells really good. They are kind of vinegary, which is going to go perfect. I'm going to have my vegan mayonnaise. Of course, you can use regular mayonnaise, but I have a ton of this left over from when my daughter was here because she's vegan. And I think I'm going to have to cut up these artichokes a little bit, and I'm probably going to add maybe a red bell pepper. Yeah. Put in a little bit of salt and add just a teeny bit more vinegar to get that sauce going. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. All right, got my artichokes, got my mayonnaise in there. Just going to do just a little bit. A little bit. Now I'm gonna mix it all together. Just a little bit more zip to it. So I'm just gonna do just a little bit of mustard. Okay, I still need to chop up some bell peppers, or red bell peppers. I would never put green in this. Some kind of sweet peppers. I either have an orange one, yellow, or a red one. Either of those will work. I'm going to go ahead and cover this up, put it in the refrigerator, and make sure it gets nice and cold. So this is our olive dip, and my mom and I absolutely love this on our challah bread. It's so good. Pretty much everybody that I know, they will make 2 loaves for Sabbath. However, when I do 2 loaves, it never gets eaten. It gets wasted, so I'm just fixing one. My Brussels are done. They look pretty good. And ooh, my potatoes are looking nice too, but they need to go for a little bit longer. Put those back in. Our broccoli coleslaw salad is assembled. And I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator. Okay, so I'm gonna add some sugar. That's good. And we're gonna add our vinegar. Okay, added my peppers, and I put in a little bit of garlic salt and regular salt, and I think I'm gonna have to add more mayonnaise because this really soaked up the mayo quite a bit. Pretty good. I have a lot of stuff, so I actually think I'm gonna do my cucumber feta salad for another time because I've got quite a bit. This is gonna be a lot of food for just 3 of us. I'm not making the green beans either because we've got a lot of food. I then got to work on cutting up some strawberries so that we could have some strawberry shortcake for later. I got some tasty cake dessert shells, which were kosher dairy, which meant for me I would have to be waiting a few hours to eat them between that and my meat meal. Now, because I don't want to have to wait hours, to eat dessert, so I got some Baked by Melissa delivered. They are the most gorgeous little cupcakes, and they are parve, which means not dairy, not meat. You can eat them with either meal. And they were absolutely so delicious. I am definitely going to order again. I'm putting in my bread. And other than cooking the egg noodles, I think I got pretty much everything done. Cool beans. So maybe I'll spend some time out in my garden and kind of get that looking decent. It's got a lot of weeds now since it rained. Bread is looking beautiful. I think that is done. I have the stuff that I need to keep warm on my hot plate. I've got my 2 salads here, and I've got my cucumber salad on the table. So I'm waiting for my tablecloths to dry so I can get my table set. And let's see, then what else do I need to do? Oh yeah, I've got to pack up for tomorrow because we are going to the island. All of this leftover food is going to, because it's probably the only kosher food that I'm going to be able to eat there. I haven't cooked on the island since I left in August. So it's definitely been my husband's kitchen. So it's not kosher anymore. Probably on Sunday I'm going to be cleaning it up, get the house in shape, and do a few things with my business because season is almost here. It is almost tourist season, so I think I'm just gonna leave this video where it's at so I can finish doing what I need to do. But as always, I really enjoy having you guys along for the ride. Peace, guys. I'll see you next time.